So, Dan, let me ask you something, just straight up. Did you or did you not molest your daughter?
100% did not.
Were you sexually inappropriate with her in any way?
Never.
Did you touch her in any suggestive, provocative, or sexual fashion?
No.
Then how did you wind up getting to be such a focus of all of this at the time where she insists that you did, and your daughter has been brought up over the last 16 years believing that you are a monster that has preyed upon her and violated her at such a young and tender age?
Her mother didn't bother bringing it up until after I took her to court.
That's not true, Dan. You told the officer that you were going to go for joint custody after you were questioned about this. I gave them all the paperwork.
Okay.
You did?
Yes.
We have all the paperwork. We have a timeline, actually, of how this went down according to court records, police reports, and that sort of thing. And I want to take a look at that, and I want to step back and do that. And by the way, as we do this, I want to make one thing really clear. Whatever turns out to be the case or not the case, one thing we know for absolute sure is you did absolutely nothing wrong. We're real clear on that, okay? You did absolutely nothing wrong at the time. You did absolutely nothing wrong with what you have believed or not believed since then. You've done absolutely nothing wrong in how you've reacted or not reacted. You've done absolutely nothing wrong. Are we clear on that?
Yeah.
100, look me in the eye and tell me we're clear on that.
We're clear.
Okay. We're talking about essentially 16 years ago. And the first thing that we want to talk about is in January, Dan starts visitations with Alexis and her brother at this point. Okay, then February, we're talking the first week, Alexis is reported to have said, "Daddy," that's referring to you here, "gives me owies in my shoo-shoo." And this was how you say she referred to her private parts.
Correct.
At that point. Now here we're talking about the first week of February,
Correct.
right? Okay. Now, then we go into a period where you leave the children with Dan, Alexis and her brother, from the first week of February for a 4-month period. She reports to you the 1st of February that her father is molesting her, and you continue to deliver her into his hands for 4 months. Is that what you're telling us?
Yeah, I didn't want to believe it. I didn't want to believe he would do such a thing to his daughter.
And as a mother, believing that this man is molesting your infant daughter, you consciously and knowingly continue to deliver her into his hands for 4 months. I'm sorry. You are the first mother, first in 45 years, that has ever said, my daughter is being molested by a man, and I'm going to deliver her into his hands for 4 more months. knowing what he is doing to her. In 45 years, this is a first for me.